Hello, cows. Oh. Well, the cost of living is, well, it's going to increase further, but you probably already know that. But it's true. Now, on the brighter side, British lawmakers have decided that they're going to investigate Alexander Boris Pfeffel Johnson for lying. Yeah, word exactly. Today, British lawmakers triggered an investigation into allegations that the Prime Minister, Boris Johnson, misled Parliament in his initial responses to reports that he and his staff broke COVID-19 lockdown rules. And there definitely was no wine or cheese, apparently. But that's not all. No. That one obviously will open up a can of worms. As it will. By the way, Sebastian's having the poo. Lovely. Something for me to clear up. I'll do it on the way back. Right outside my house. Hello, Green, how you diddling, right? And Chris Murphy afternoon. My daughter's listening. Blimey. Just gone for a walk with the doggies. And there's Sebastian. And Pandora and Wally are racing ahead. Now, I just want to get to the shaman because then I'm going to go to the woods. Yeah, the woods. If I can get internet connection there. At the moment it's looking okay. I hope it's not buffering. But I know if I go too far down into the valley, see, here's our land. If I go too far into that valley, it disappears. Does the internet connection. Anyway, the Bank of England. Catherine Mann, who is the sets the interest rates. Thought, oh, here comes a car. I better just do all this. Oh dear. Come on, guys. Oh, Emmy's got to run. Pandora, come on. Over it. Treat. Pandora. Pandora. Good girl. Mercy. They're already good. They got what treat now? Look at this. Typical, isn't it? Treats. Oh, what, another one? Wally, what you? You want a treat? What? Oh, ready? Oh, okay. Oh, we're getting dizzy. Are we getting dizzy? Oh, are we? Oh, there's one each. You had yours. There we go. They get fat like me. Anyway, we'll carry on. Anyway, where was I? Hello, Mad Monk. Afternoon to you too, and Ginger's Drafts. I hope you're well. Tell you have a treat for her. Yeah, the problem is she doesn't understand English. I think that lens is a bit dirty. Just saying. A bit dirty now, my finger. Not exactly a lens cloth, is it? So I keep my wits about me as well. Let's move this around a little bit, so I can get a bit of haze. Oh, that's a bit better. I think this camera's a little bit hazy for some reason. Anyway, Catherine Mann, who's the setter for the interest rates, she's saying that it's likely they're going to have to increase the interest rates further since the UK is on 7% inflation. And that's like the highest for like 30 odd years. Now, it's quite surprising. Now, in some ways, because you'd think that with all the other costs of living increases, whether it be obviously the fuel, the energy, the war in Ukraine, Brexit, dare I say it, making everything more expensive, you'd think that would also have the effect of increasing interest rates. No, but apparently not. Obviously, post-pandemic, I suppose everyone wants to get out and spend money. Just not on the high street, though. Since when I went back to the UK last, I have to admit, they weren't a lot in the high streets. No, a lot of the high streets, well, a lot of the shops are shut. Closed down, they're gone. Kaput. Kaput that they have. Well, do you know what? God, I've really got to do this more because, quite frankly, I need to get out more. I've had a bit of a disastrous week. It's bad enough I'm thinking the algorithm, the YouTube algorithm hates me. Then my computer goes kaput. That stressed me out, I'll tell you. I'm very dependent on that. You don't realise who you are until it goes kaput. But I fixed it. I got my Raspberry Pi. I connected it to my, if you know what I'm talking about, connected it to the BIOS of my computer. And I reprogrammed the BIOS chip. I've never had to do that before. No, but I did it. And it's working now. Yes! Thank God for that. Something was corrupted. Oh, talk about corruption. Alexander Boris Pfeffel Johnson and his lot. Richie Sunak, they're all corrupt. They're a bunch, aren't they? Oh, I'm coming to a pile of poo. Now this reminds me. Are they still pumping poo into the sea and the rivers and the lakes? Lovely. And all the nitrates that end up in your water. Now Caroline, my dear wife, she's in the UK at the moment. And she asked me, do you mind if I buy bottled water? Because she says, this tastes horrible. And I happen to agree, it does. When I went back, it tastes metallic. Artificial. You see, our water, oh God, Ben. My dogs have gone to see somebody. This lady here, French lady, she comes around walks around every day. There's a block. Oh! Say, Livy. Well, we're going to be walking down beside this bungalow here, this house here. Let me show you. That one there. And that's Jean and Nicole's house. Well, unfortunately, Jean, he passed away 2 years ago now. And there, go back in. Bonjour! Ça va?
Oui, vous aussi?
Yeah, c'est bon. Wally! Wally, wrong way! Wally! I'm sure my dog's deaf. Wally, this way, boy! Come on! Wally, this way, come on, we're down here! When he realises I'm gone, all of a sudden he'll start running. Let's have a look. Let's just see what he's doing. Okay, let's turn the camera around. Oh, here he comes! Here he comes! Here comes a Wally! Come on, Wally! You can do it! You do it! We're going this way, boy! We're going this way! There we are! Oh, he's a good fella! Well, you expecting another treat now, are you? Yeah, that's my pocket. You know what's in there? You know what's in my pocket? Oh! You, ow, God! What, keep them? Oh, good boy. Come on, this way. We're going down here. Anyway, something happened here this week. I had to go on a rescue mission. I did. Now, Sylvie, who's the daughter, she came and see me and says, "Marcus, can you help? Can you help, Marcus?" So, okay, what's going on here? Anyway, their cat, their cat decided to go onto the roof. not the main roof on the back here. Not that roof. But you see the conservatory roof? The cat was just stuck on top of that. You think it'd jump off there? And the window was open, so but the cat still didn't want to go in for some reason. But I had to get my ladder, stick it on the flipping roof of the car, and bring it down here. And I climbed up there. As soon as it took one look at me, it panicked. I didn't have to go on the roof. It just panicked. The whole sight of me is enough. But you probably know that. You can probably appreciate that. And it decided that it was going to run to the other end. This window on the right-hand side, this closest window, was open. But the cat ran right to the other side and went onto the windowsill of the closed window. They're not very bright, are they, cats? You might think I'm wrong, but that definitely wasn't bright. And the thing was really gasping. It's been up there for a while, it seems. And it's needs some water. Yeah, because it's quite a hot day as well. Oh, well, he's peeing up stuff. That's nice. And so they ran up there quickly, opened the window up, and they managed to rescue the cat. But just the sight of me was enough. Doesn't always happen, does it? But they did today. Not a day, it was like 3 days ago. Anyway, I see what you're saying. I'm hoping that the internet is going to be okay. Hey, Karina, my daughter, you coming to see us? Caroline did tell me, actually, Mum did. So, yeah, Ginger's also just selective hearing. He does that. Yeah, little bugger. I remember back in the 1980s when the interest rates were double in digits. I can remember that too. I was only little. But I can remember. Horrendous. You can imagine what the cost is to, your HP on a car or something. And also, because the rates were so high, there was no preferential treatment. You know, it wasn't no like 0 rate interest for 6 months or something stupid. No, none of that. Yeah, they penalise you. A simpler, less populated or corrupt time. Yeah, it's exactly very complicated at the moment. It's all gone on at the moment. This corrupt lot, they're quite clever, really. But only for themselves, obviously. Well, anyway, about the Bank of England. Where was I? So, Catherine Mann, she was part of the minority of Bank of England policy makers who voted for a 0.5% point interest rate. Now, she's one of the sensible ones because she thinks Brexit was a stupid idea. So that she must have a few brain cells there, I imagine. So anyway, she voted for a 0.5% interest rates in February because of concern at the rising inflation expectations, but it's not enough. And also, that sort of monetary control is not immediate. It's not an immediate effect. It can take quite a long while. In fact, in some cases, it can take years to actually have a real beneficial effect in controlling the inflation. You know, for some reason, obviously, people are still spending. You've got to stop spending your money. That's what you've got to do. I'm surprised that people are still spending their money considering the cost of everything is just so flipping expensive. We've got a wheat field. I think it's wheat. Where's Theresa May? Theresa May, where are you? I'll turn the camera and see if you can see her. Theresa May, are you there? Got some sheep over there. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. If she is, she's laying down flat. Ooh, a horrible foot. She's got terrible posture, as Theresa May. I wonder all the cartoonists have fun with her because she's all bent over, isn't she? Then again, Richie Sunak is as well. He's got awful posture for a relatively small bloke. He's too busy hunching his shoulders. Pull your shoulders back, man. Come on, pull your shoulders back. That's what you should do. Oh, some bums, look. Look at the bums. Oh, look at those little doggy bums. They're so cute. Now, this is where we go to get the ticks. So we come down here. We find the dare ticks in the woods. So I hope the internet's still okay. I can't tell on my phone for some reason. How can I tell? Let's have a look on there. No, 4G's still good. Oh, might be a regular thing then. That'd be good. Maybe I should lose some weight. Timothy Simpkins, hi to you too. Nice France country soil, French country. This is kind of, later on, this might be what my little rewilding will look like, but at the moment, it's going to be more sort of structured and what have you. We just want to have a real diverse, see, this is something else I've been doing. Now, if I look down here, don't go too far, guys. You see that? That's a tree. Well, I've got them to put them in at the moment, so I'll come back and grab these, because these are, all they'll do is they'll get chopped down, you see. And you know where they'll end up? They'll end up in my fields, they will. Rewilding. And they are little hazelnuts trees, like these. This is hazelnut. See? Be like that. And they can grow quite a reasonable size. Yeah, generally speaking, they're quite a medium-sized tree anyway. But this is pretty unspoilt through here. The only thing we'll be careful through here, you see, is we don't generally come in here on the weekends because you get the chasse, you know, the hunt. They come in there with all their dogs and what have you. All the dogs are friendly enough, but they've got guns. Not the dogs. No, the dogs don't have their guns, but the hunters do. They have guns. Oh, look at this. This is, you know. Oh, there's a bear shit in the woods. I don't know. I can't see them. There's no bears. I hope there's not anyway. See? It's quite magical though. We're very fortunate where we live. This is all on my doorstep. I'll actually show you my house in a minute. The dirty part of the house, the broken part of the house. So, we come down here. Actually, there is a lake. Hopefully we can get around the lake. I'm not going to go right round the lake this time because they've put, in the bottom part of our field, there's cows in there now. So, we don't want to come back up that way because there's a bull. I'm not sure if that's such a good idea to walk through a field with a bull in it. They seem quite friendly bulls, but... Come on, Wally! Where you gone again? Oh, crikey, boy. He's a nightmare. You see, he knows all this area, because this is where he heads. When he goes for... escapes the house, he comes walking through here and ends up in a little place called La Parade, where there's some bitch dogs. You know, girly dogs. God, what's wrong with beer? I'll tell you something, my dog, Sebastian... we changed his food, and he keeps pooping. If you think I'm picking that one up, you must be joking. He keeps pooping. We're in the woods. There's a bear. We call Sebastian Bear. Does a bear shit in the woods? This one does. Come on, Wally, gone the wrong way, boy. Oh God, what has he done? He'll turn up in a second. He'll be a second. He knows the area. I'll be panicking in a minute. Come on, Wally. Gold. What's he like? I know where he is. He's just over there. So that way. It's over there. He'll be peeing and what have you up stuff, and there's probably the smells of a deer. Oh, there he is. Speak of the devil. He's coming back to join us. Oh, he's behind the stump. The old stump. We might see his tail in a minute. Where's Wally? Could do like a book like that, can we? Come on, where's Wally? You're behind the stump. Are you behind the stump, Wally? Where is he? He was there 2 seconds ago. Oh, where is he? He was there I literally saw him 2 seconds ago. Unless he's on the other side here. Where could he have gone? Wally! You saw him. Was he gone down a hole? Quite possible. That's weird. He was there 2 seconds ago and now he's not. Maybe I was seeing things. What do you reckon? 3, 4, 5, thumb. I smell the blood of an Englishman. Be dead or be alive. I'll grind his bones to make my bread. Oh, they're going that way. For some reason. Oh, there. Where was I? I was talking about inflation. And then got sidetracked and distressed. Oh, stressed? Oh my God. But he'll be with us in a second. You're going the wrong ways, guys. Should we go back on the path? Should we get back on the path? Because you just got to get covered in ticks. And I'll be picking them off you. One by one by one. It's quite amazing. The view through there. Quite pretty cool. All the moss. My Wally is so disobedient. He'll catch up with us in a minute. Oh, he's there. I can see him. He's over there. Oh, God's sake. He's come back from where I started from. Wally, treat! Sausage! Oh! Wally, what a sausage! Here he comes. You want a sausage, Wally? I'll run out of treats at this rate. I'll have to start breaking them in half. That's a good idea. I'll break them in half if I can. Oh! Have you been in the mud? Look, you're out of breath now. Boy, you're an old boy now. You're 12 years old. You can't be running off like that. Hmm? Look at him. Little sod. Oh, anyway, where was I? If you're wondering how I broke them in half, I couldn't break them in half. I actually bit them in half. Dog treats. Mmm. Lovely! They're so Moorish. Like I've said before, the best ones are, well, it's Fido. They're just like little meaty crackers they are. Everybody should try Fido. Oh dear, I hope the internet's still okay. Don't let the dogs scare the deer. Nah. Yeah, I fixed the PC. I had to Raspberry Pi it. I had a corrupted BIOS. And it was either getting a new motherboard or give it a go with the Raspberry Pi. I had like a clip thing that goes over the BIOS chip that connects to all the contacts on the BIOS chip. And I managed to reinstall the BIOS, the default BIOS. And that's fine after that. Then after that I flashed it with a more modern, up-to-date BIOS, 2022 BIOS. I think it's the 1st of January or something, 1st February or January. So it's working at the moment, but I do appear to have some problems on the motherboard anyway, in that it's only seeing one of the SATAs at the moment. So two SATA drives at the moment. So I think there's an onboard problem, probably hardware fault on the... Oh, and we've got oak trees down here. Oh, crikey. And sycamores. That's it, I'll come down in my bag. They're all on the lane, so this got to get chopped down, you see. They'll just go to waste. It's not as though they're going to grow down here. Because in the woods, maybe. But even there, it's too shaded. You see, you don't get much young growth that survives. I see what you're saying. There is this tablet for the dogs that keeps them. Yeah, we have. We use Brevecto, and they're the thing that with Brevecto, it's good brilliant for fleas, but also it's good for the ticks and that. But the ticks have to go on first, and then they die on them, but they're still latched on. So well, last time I took them down here, I literally bathed the dogs straight away, and the ticks were all floating in the bath. Put them in soap, but they can't breathe. The tick. Yeah, as long as they're bubbly water, it's fine. Chris Murphy, oh Boris thoughts. He said Boris, no. Wish I could reprogram that Boris with a Raspberry Pi. A corrupted Boris. We have the same problem there. Yeah, yes, it's fixed. Irene B. Evans, glad you got yourself fixed. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, that's. I thought, really I'm sorry I put that post on. I was just so frustrated at the time. To be frank about it, it's really depressed me. But because everything seemed to be going wrong. And then Mark C put a comment on there telling me how his wife passed away. I felt like a right idiot. poor bloke, poor woman as well, and the family. They've got 2 little kids as well. I felt quite sad about that. But it just makes my little problems puts things into perspective, if you know what I mean. You must understand that, I'm sure. Well, we're going to turn around or go through back via the woods, because if I go right to, I might be able to get partway to the lake. I don't want to go back by the field because, there's my house. Because the cows and the bull. I'm sure the bull's fine, but I just don't want to take the risk. And there's got calves in there, and there's bitches. I mean, there's little lady cows. Yeah. These little lady gardens. Did I say that out loud? Oh, I think I did. Oh, anyway, what was I talking about anyway? I was talking about this, weren't I? Oh, crikey, I wrote this out earlier after reading an article on routers. That was P. Dulles put me onto routers. Because I didn't realise this at the moment. If you want to have an account with routers, and it's pretty good actually as a news source. They're doing free membership at the moment, so you have a free account, which is pretty cool. So I joined it, so that's quite interesting. Oh, so anyway, she voted for a quarter-point rate hike in March. Well, ain't going to be enough, nowhere near enough regarding interest rates. Well, the domestic inflation ratchet has been her central concern. I know who it isn't a concern for, who doesn't seem to give a damn because all he wants to do is print digital money. And that would be Andrew Bailey, the Bank of England governor. And part-time gimp. I'm sure he is, he's the sort. Now, the Monetary Policy members said in a speech, that was one of the main concerns, but they want to avoid inflation getting out of control. And it may mean the interest rates have to go up even further. Now, she added in a later question and answer session in the past, central bankers assumed that they could largely ignore one-off inflationary shock, such as a spike in oil prices. What about sunflower oil? That's gone ridiculously high. I was in Lidl's the other day, and although they had about 10 bottles left, about 10 litres left. What, are you going too far, mate? That was $2.79 a litre. Well, I've never seen that high before. Lidl's used to be at $1.49 a litre. So that's quite a jump. I know you don't put that in your car. No, don't do that. He's a little bugger, isn't he? He really is a little bugger. I can see my house from here. I'll show you. So we walked out the bottom of our garden. Wally, cowboy! Keep reminding them that I'm here. Obviously, he gets carried away. He'll get a sniff or something. That's the wrong way, Dora. We're not going that way. All right, there's my house. There you go. So I'm actually looking at our view at the moment, which is... That's the wrong way, Sebastian. I don't want to go in that field because that means I'll get confronted with the cows. Although I could go back up that way, because they're not in this field, they're in that field. So, yeah, you can see my solar panels and stuff. Oh, there's a wally. Thank God for that. So, anyway, Britain has faced a series of shocks in recent years. Brexit, for instance. Starting with a fall in sterling because of the 2016 Brexit vote, followed by COVID-19 supply chain bottlenecks, and now a surge in energy prices, intensified by the war in Ukraine. Now, the Bank of England needed to push back against some of the assumption by firms that this was a normal state of affairs, because it's not, by no means. Come on this way, guys, we're going to go back up this way, because the internet will go out. Oh, see, I'm very fortunate where I live, aren't I? Yeah, well, you see how isolated my house is. There is a hamlet, but it's like 200 metres away, and then the house that we walk past, and then there's 2 derelict houses, which we might actually have a snoop about, if you like. Which are also, well, one of the derelict houses, which was called River Ranch, the guy was an equestrian. They had a sort of equestrian centre there, so they've got, crikey, they must have 15, 20 hectares at least. And anyway, night times, he used to come past night times. Well, the lights would come, you'd see his car come past. And well, how's that all about? He was a flippin' burglar. The police turned up one day, and they raided his house, and the barn was full of things like DVD players and stuff like that. He was a robber. Vol, he was. The Vol. Come on, Wally, this way. We're going this way, boy. Come on. Now, I might give you a treat again. You good? So that was a bit of a shock. He was in my garden not the other day, a few years ago, because he had a tag for a while until this yeah. He had to move away from the area because you can imagine what it was like for the kids. He had 2 little kids. They were lovely little kids, and they used to do horse rides and at all the local fairs. Oh, what car is this? I just found a car. Anyone want a lift? That was random. It's not every day you find a car in the woods, but you do in France. They are here. And how about a bike? That looks like an old Solus or something, because there's a little petrol. That might be an old Solix. So it had like a little petrol engine that would have run the back wheel. Well, Wally's back. Hello, Wally. The Solix was definitely a little petrol tank. So that had a little engine on there. If it's a little Solix, I probably would have been mounted on the front here. Blimey. And this car, what is that? Is it going to be an old Citroen or something? It's going to be French, isn't it? Maybe. It's German. All those pesky Germans. All those little 4-cylinder block. Do you reckon we could restore that? I don't think that's seized, is it? You know. Still got the piston. Got 2 spark plugs. I bet they work. Not. The vent on the top of the oil cap is interesting. It's got like it looks like a horn, but it's not. It's not every day you see an old car. Well, actually, to be fair, in France you can pretty much go anywhere and find an old rusty car like this somewhere. I think it's beyond restoration though. But saying that, if somebody wanted a block, the block will still be, if it gets machined, milled out, what have you, that'd probably be okay. And we're going back up this way, guys. All right, Sebastian, you happy with that? What about you, Wally? Are you happy with that, or are you busy eating grass now? Okay. The sign that they've got iffy tummies. So why is that? What have they been eating apart from treats? Too many blooming sausages, probably. Which means they're probably getting too many fats. That's enough to send your belly a bit skewiff. Sebastian's always been a bit, ever since he was little, he's always had a bit of a iffy tummy, miss what we give him. Now, Pandora generally is the easiest. Sebastian, if he sees something, he'll just go for, oh no, I'm too excited. Especially if you see another dog. He's so friendly, Sebastian. He's Sebastian, come here, mate. I'll check you over because you're easy to find ticks on. Sebastian, you see those dots on his back? That's a tick, and that's a tick. More on you, boy. Nope, he's all right. Pandora, you can't even see him on her. Then saying that, we don't actually get a lot of ticks on her. Doing Wally, this one was flipping eye yesterday. Well, no idea, I had to get him off him. But yeah, They had the bath the other day as well, which I told you already, didn't I? What, you already had treats? Come on, this way. Dear me, what are they like? Huh? What are you like, guys? Look at that face. How can I resist? Huh? He's 11. He's got lung troubles. We're not sure what it is. He's got to have an X-ray, so we're not kind of wrong. No, we don't know what's wrong with him just yet. It could be fibrosis, which we hope it's not, obviously. And Pandora, she's tough as an ox, she is. Yeah. She's always got solid poo. Whereas Wally the other day, he was like projectile. That was, it was like how a cow poos. That was bizarre. And you're eating grass as well, so what's going on? Little devils. He is my little buddy, he is. He's such a lovely, lovely boy. And he's got heart problems. Oh, it's frightening though, isn't it? They'll start getting older, and you don't realise that all these things start catching up with them, and quite rapidly they start going downhill. Time and medication is what you got to do. All these medications are flipping expensive. We managed to find an online pharmacy in Portugal, of all places, and it was about half the price, which was fortunate. It's exactly the same stuff. Vetamidin. Because he's got heart murmur. Oh, okay, have a look at the P. No, okay, we won't. No, he's got heart murmur, so he's always had it. But what happens is your aorta, it gets thinner and thinner, it expands, it gets thinner and thinner and thinner. And you can get an aneurysm, so you mustn't give the medication too soon, because you can't come off again. Because you have other conditions like liver failure and shit like that. So yeah. Anyway, that's the whole thing about that, really. Let's turn that camera around. My beautiful face. Let's see what you've been saying. Always get a mongrel dog. More breeds and better from solid health. Yeah, to be fair, we've been really lucky. None of our dogs have had, apart from more recently, but obviously they're getting older, they haven't caused us any grief. Have they? No, I haven't had anything. The only time they've been to the vets is obviously for the vaccinations and stuff like that. Inoculations and rabies and all that sort of stuff. And apart from that, no, nothing. We did take them to the vet once because Sebastian was getting mange because we had a flea problem, and we tried fibrinol and all those sort of things, frontline and what have you, and none of that stuff was working. It just didn't want to know. It was not doing its job. So we then tried. We went to the vet and they suggested us Brevecto stuff. Well, first it was Confortus, and then we had the Brevecto. Because the Brevecto, it will last for 3 months. But also what we do is we buy the biggest one they do, which is 54 kilo. They ain't the size of the tablet, no. It's for the dog, 54 kilos. So we then split it between them. It's cheaper. So instead of costing like 100 for one dose, so one tablet, for each of our dogs, 3 dogs, it'd be €100. It cost me 40 instead, so 44 euros. So it's far cheaper. Now we can't buy it, but we buy it online. You can't buy it any cheaper online. Look. No, where you going? We're going this way, guys. You're going the wrong way. Wally! Oh God, he's such a sod. Come on, Wally! He's giving me the deaf air again. Oh, he'll find us. He knows where we are. So I'm just going to follow this lane up. It'll probably take me into the other field. Anyway, what was I saying anyway? I'm getting sidetracked here, aren't I? With the Lidl's dog food, they smells like roses. My better half just went buy more. My dogs eat 18 kilos. Oh my God, you've got a lot of dogs. I have a lot of dogs that are big. Now ours we get through about 6 kilos a week between our 3 dogs, so it's not a lot. Plus we give them lots of other stuff, and carrots and vegetables and stuff. So Wally likes courgette, believe it or not. Wally! God, he's such a sod. Come on, you! This way! I think his heron's going as well. He's always giving a deaf air, to be fair. You're coming, are you? You decided to come? Shall I give you a treat? Because then you'll know them, won't you? Oh, good boy. Come. Little bugger, isn't he? Where were we? How come they don't bark? They do! Now, when we first got Wally, the story behind Wally is that we're in the market for a dog. We're interested in getting a dog. So what we did is we're looking online and stuff like that. At the time, it was France Entry, and it was a forum. It wasn't on Facebook or anything like that. And Wally was advertised on there. And there was this dog on there with this big chain around his neck. I thought, what the hell? That's a huge chain. I didn't realise that it was a little dog. But what it was is that the guy who owned him, but I don't believe in owning dogs. The guy who's his keeper, I think he might have been the dog's keeper actually. I've been Wally's keeper, because we are the dogs keep us. Believe you me. Yeah. And anyway, so I went to see him. He basically, when I phoned him up, he said to me, "Is that Marcus?" And I said, "Yeah." Then it just clicked in my head. Oh, is that David? 2 weeks previous, I installed a staircase that I built for him. Never saw Wally the dog. Because what he was doing is, his little bugger, he'd bugger off to see all the local Labradors, because somebody was breeding Labradors locally. And Wally's actually half Labrador. The mother was a Labrador. So we were told anyway. Yeah, I'm fairly confident that's right. Probably got Staffy or something in as well, some terrier. He does like pooing on things, or literally like stucco. Now you're going the wrong way again, Wally. This way, Wally. Oh God, he's a nightmare. Where's Wally? So we're going to come back up this way. Did he? So where is he coming or not? This way, Wally. He's such a pain. Oh, anyway, we'll carry on. He'll catch up. He knows the way home anyway, so I just worry about these days because he's not as fit as he used to be. So. Can't believe we saw, a car earlier. Yeah, he is falling the foot. There's quite a few foxes as well. Actually, it's quite funny. Actually, at night times, when we used to have chickens, especially, he would go out with a torch and shine the torch. He's fucking. That's my French. He's there now. He's in the wheat field. He's doing a Theresa May. You come this way, boy. Oh yeah. You're gonna get tired, all worn out, the old man. Now what are you doing? Now what are you doing, Molly? It's all these smells, isn't it? It's too much for you, isn't it? Too much for you, isn't it, boy? Come on. I've got to help you down. I've got to help you down. Let me get out of breath for you a while. Oh dear, what is he like? Oh, I don't know. Oh, I was at the Bank of England, wasn't I? Hey, monetary policy needs to keep inflation expectations anchored, and by doing so now, less tightening will be required later. So it's like small hits now by squeezing our ability to spend will save us money in the long run. Individuals as well, because hopefully it might help ease inflationary pressures, which means things become a little bit cheaper, or at the very least more stagnant in the sense, The crazy thing is, we've got this with inflation, but also we've got very slow economic growth, especially in the UK. That's horrendous in the UK. Do you know what though? Here in France, if Marine Le Pen gets in, oh my God. I was reading for her manifesto, all in blooming French, but it's flipping frightening. Her views on things, you can tell she softened it quite a lot, in the sense that before her when her father Jean-Marc Le Pen or something, is it Jean-Marc or Jean-Luc? Oh, anyway, no, that was a Mélenchon, I think about that. Anyway, her father, who she got rid of in 2015, I think she buried him some. Oh no, she didn't. No, she just said, "We don't want you in our party anymore. You're giving us a bad look." Look at them. doing Theresa May's? Are you doing a Theresa May? I think you are. The farmer, I love you. Oh dear. So back to the house, the sous-sol. I think it's a sous-sol. Oh no, it's not sous-sol, it's in the sous-sol. Sous-sol's when you got it's upside down house. Now that's the house I was talking about earlier, that one over there. Now that's River Ranch. That was an equestrian centre. Where the burglar, Mr. Levon, that's where he used to live. But now he lives south of Limoges somewhere. I'm not sure where, but yeah, not round here. I imagine the kids were finding it a little bit difficult at school. You can imagine it, can't you? It must be horrendous for them. It's not their fault. The dad's a villain. Oh, so anyway, so oh, crikey, the interest rate, sorry, the inflation at the moment is around 7%. It's a 30-year-old high. What the hell? What's going on? That's a distraction. She's the instigator, she is. Look at this. Little fatty. She can move. She wants to play. She wants to play. Oh dear, what they like. You gonna join in, Wally, or are you too old now? He said, no, I can't be bothered with that. No, she's confused. Yes. She's very, very confused. Pandora, I think you're confused. What do you reckon, girl? Are you confused? Are you confused? Hmm? Should we get you back in a minute and have a drink, yeah? Oh dear, what are they like? Anyway, where was I? Oh dear, got a sheep over there, I'll show you in a minute. So, yeah, so monetary policy needs to keep inflation expectations anchored. By doing so, less tightening will be required later when demand may still be weak. Now, Now, Mann also said that, Catherine Mann that is, that it was not obvious to her that this fall in consumer demand would come soon enough to prompt businesses to rein in upcoming price rises. Well, how can they rein them in without, unless they're on huge profit margins already? But lots of industries, especially services, they work on relatively small profit margins. I know we did. Crikey, that killed me. That recession last one just destroyed my business within a few months. We did a lot of council work, you see, and that was they had to cut their costs. So all of a sudden they were looking for cheaper tenders. The tenders they were getting was ridiculous. It was too cheap. It was impossible to furnish the actual tender to fruition. It was just, it was impossible for anybody. So it was just those businesses went bankrupt. Oh, one was it the Morrison Group? Was it Morrison Group? I think it was Morrison Group. This is for Norfolk City Council. They did all the maintenance work around Norwich. So, the sheep were there a minute ago. Now they're gone. Oh well. The dogs will probably scared them off. So yeah, it's all a bit crazy, isn't it? It's all happening. So and moreover, the structure of British regulated energy prices, which makes a further rise in power tariffs, highly likely in October, and would extend the period of high inflation. Now on Tuesday, the International Monetary Fund, the IMF, forecast Britain would have the highest inflation of any major advanced economy next year. The highest inflation, as well as the slowest growth. Brexit, anyone? Anyone want a Brexit? I just hope the French don't want a Frexit. That would be, well, madness. If you think the UK's entwined with treaties and God knows what else as it was a part of the EU, can you imagine what France is like, considering where it's positioned? Slap bang in the middle of all these other countries. They don't just have a neighbour on, on the side of the Irish Sea, but also the Channel. They've got flipping neighbours on all sides. And then you've got the Channel Islands. Oh, that'd be horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. Especially if Marine Le Pen gets in. Because all the stuff she wants to do is all stuff that would require leaving the European Union. There's just no way you could do this stuff. Like, for instance, I mentioned in my video earlier about how... what was it now? She wanted to do breaches of the Trade and Cooperation Agreement. You can't do that while you're a member of the European Union. It's just not possible. So anyway, she'd get half the stuff that she wants done. Frexit, for instance, she'd have to have a Frexit. Yeah, Frexit for a Frexit. But she did mention in an interview with Farage about 5 years ago. This was before the last debate. Oh, crikey, that was on. I think it was on LBC actually. Anyway, she had a interview with Nigel Farage, and she did say it would be different in that it wasn't like Cameron. Oh, that's it. It's just going to be an election winner. We're going to have a Brexit, and it's going to be an election winner. No one's going to vote for it anyways. Doesn't matter. But yeah, they did. She said she wants to put the concept of a Frexit to the people. So they have a referendum to have a referendum. Whether it happens that way, I don't know. So I suppose it makes more sense. Actually, that brings me on to things that asking about more sense. I don't know if you heard, but the Chinese president of the Communist Party, the China Communist Party. Well, Xi Jinping, he's proposed a global security initiative that upholds the principle of invisible security. The concept which Russia actually endorses, that no country may strengthen its own security at the expense of others. Now, have I read this wrong, or does it make a lot of sense? Maybe you know. Leave it in the chat. Let's have a look, see what people are saying. People? There's people? No. Hello, who's Zebediah Thomas? No, she's back on Monday. And she's bringing an imposter. The mother-in-law. Dun, 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 dun. The mother-in-law, yes. Oh dear. Actually, she's actually not too bad, actually. She's alright. I'll get on the road with her. She didn't used to know how to take me, though, because I'm a wind-up merchant, and she's, she's quite snappy as well, you see. So that's like fuel to a fire. So I just, but she's fine now. She understands me now. She should be after 30 odd years. So yeah. As my mother-in-law, and none of that going on. Don't you get the wrong idea. I know what's going on for your heads, you dirty little buggers, you. Oh, God, it's not my thing. Especially with my mother-in-law, no. If I had a different mother-in-law, it might be a different story. Ooh. But yeah, anyway, Caroline's bringing back the mother-in-law. But she likes the garden. And she's only got a little garden at home, so I'm quite happy in some ways that she's going to get a job list. There's parsnips to go in, le pane. Oh, what else? That needs to be done. There's some more digging though that needs to be done. Oh, she likes digging. She's actually a really good digger. I don't think she's Irish. She's not Irish. She's not an Irish navvy. No. No. So anyway, where are we? Hello, Jasper. The offshore oil platform would be nice too. I could be king. Now it's funny you say that, Jasper, because I think it's a French film actually. Is it French or Italian or something? Or was it Spanish? It might be Spanish. I can't remember which. I think it's on Netflix or Amazon Prime. Yeah, the movie bit. And there's a film on there where this guy wants to build his own island And he ropes in his friend who ends up embezzling money from a company to pay for all these steel stanchions, so like an oil rig type arrangement, to build an island in international waters. In theory, I suppose that's possible, but yeah. Do you want to live out there? I don't know. Anyway, let's wander into this. It's empty at the moment. It's been empty for several years, ever since he stole from people and got caught. And we've had a bit of an issue with water here. It looks like I think the pipe might have collapsed. There's a pipe beneath here, you see, in that ditch, through to this ditch down over here. Yeah. And there's a hole. Let's go this way, Wally. Oh, are you ready, Wally? There we go. Up we go. So, I'm not just an open bottle of mother-in-law. Old speckled hen. Oh god, speckled hen. Oh god, I had one of them for years. I should have had one when I went back to the UK last. Oh, I did have lots of other things though. Other bears. Yeah, I can't remember what they're called now. The Prince of Sealand oil rig in the Channel. Ah, that is Simon Says You Got. That's the right. I can't remember what nationality the film was. I think it was Spanish or something. It was a bizarre film. It really was. It was one of them sort of films you got. It's so rubbish, but you have to watch it. And he had this idea where he's going to like flood the tubes to get them vertical. That's bizarre. And his friend was a bit of a drunk, and there's he diving down and trying to take the caps off the ends of these tubes so they fill up with water. So it's a bizarre film. Cheers, Chris. Simon Says. Oh no, that Simon Says told me that one. Yeah, cool. Thanks for that. So they've changed from Fix-It to join the NATO, talking about a U-turn. Yeah, exactly, Vertigo. It's bizarre. She'd be absolutely lost. She'd be like a rabbit lost in the headlights. She would. I don't think she knows what she's doing. Can't sit down much from backache. Oh no! I get backache from time to time. I find my best cure is to exercise. I get on the weights and do squats and what have you. Jesus! Cross. Hi all, been lurking in the background. No, don't look in the background. Oh dear. I want a Flugzigzigchaka. Anyone got 15 billion? What is the Flugzigchaka? I don't know what that is, Jasper. What my dog breeds? Well, there's Sebastian, the white one. He's a Labrador Dalmatian cross, so he's a Dalmador. There's Pandora, we're not quite certain. She's some kind of cross with Labrador and some hunting hound. Now, when we first got her, she had massive ears, but she's grown into them. And she's always had too much skin. But I think she's got fat, so she's kind of like a little barrel. But crikey, she can move if she wants to. She can turn on a sixpence, and she's fast. So she might be a bit on the heavy side. She can certainly move. Well, they're all on a bit heavy side for them actually at the moment. See, this is where, see that barn there? That's where the thief kept all his stuff, his robberies. Yeah, we should be quite chatty as well. So this place has been empty ever since. Now that's the thing about in France, there's not a shortage of properties. Probably because there's not a shortage of land. No. It's a big, big country. And when people live in the cities, they tend to live in like high rises and apartments and stuff like that. I used to be able to walk around here really easily, but no one's cutting the grass or anything now, so not even for hay. So these are all apple trees and what have you. They still the ones in blossom. They're apple trees. That's an apple tree. It's an apple tree. Last year there was a terrible season for apples, so we could scrumpy up here sometimes and get loads of apples and make a load of apple sauce. Yeah, conserved it to pot. Oh, Wally, you got there, boy? Yeah, where was I? So Italy's ecological transition minister said his country could start being independent from Russian gas by the second half of next year. That's a step in the right direction. And the World Bank president, David Malpass, he said that the food security crisis caused by the war was likely to last months and perhaps into next year. So that's not great, is it? And Joe Biden, he's pledged another $800 million for weaponry in Ukraine, and he's going to Congress to, please let us have some more. More, boy? You want more? Yeah, more weapons for poor people in Ukraine, because Vladimir Putin's blowing them up. He's not very nice. Even though the Russian President Vladimir Putin, he's claimed victory as well in the biggest battle of the Ukraine war, declaring that the port of Mariupol was liberated after nearly 2 months of the siege. Now this is despite hundreds of defenders still holding out inside the giant steelworks. So yeah, I think he's a bit of a fibber, don't you? Propaganda! ExxonMobil is saying they're going to be out of there by 2024, out of Russia, which is a step in the right direction. Unfortunately, still lots and lots of companies, here in France as well, are still operating in Russia. So that's it's not great, is it? Like here, for instance, you might know him already, but Leroy Merlin's, it's a bricko, it's like a DIY, boy. In a minute. Oh, let's get these off you. Tick. Oh, that's not a tick. That's right. That other one was too. Keep an eye on it. We've got one there as well. Oh dear. Little politers. They're everywhere. That's what I've got to get it. Look into my eyes. Not around my eyes. Look into my eyes. So yeah. It's not great, is it? Let's turn this around. Oh, it's me. I'm still here. I hope the image is okay. I've still got 4Gs up. So, should I do this bit more, do you think? Might be good for my health. I do walk the dogs every day anyway, so. But if I only got in there, it's right. I didn't realise a 4G was so good here. Hi all, here is a joke. Okay, come on. Putin, Orban and Le Pen walks into a bar. The barman says, come in, come in. The bar is low. Don't give up your day job. Sir Richard Long. Russia. Anyone got any more jokes? Bill and Ben, the flower pot men, they went to bed together. No, I better not do that one, that's a bit naughty. Russia needs to bin the puts. They do. It's not going to happen though. No. It's still got a lot of support. It's not going until they start really feeling the pinch. You know, when you start, I was saying this about Boris. I've said it several times about Boris actually. Boris the Feffel Johnson. But people will still support them until they start, when they can't afford to feed their families. And that's when people want change. It's kind of why there's been a rise of the right here in France. It's because, with the economy as it is, and job prospects here in France are fairly poor. People want to change. Too many ghosts! Oh no! Is there Jasper? Italy, let's have a gas line from Italy can have a gas line from North Africa. No problems. 30Q says, Biden don't need the Congress or Senate anymore. He got the right to just sign away the arms. Zelensky just needs to... I didn't realise that. That's interesting. Thank you. Oh no, Jeff Taylor. Oh, okay. Okay, Hugh, what you say? So Jeff Taylor, the Max Headroom, the Undertaker, who posted a video just notified. He has had it then, title. Boris, obviously. Looks like this is toast for Bojo. Ooh. I hope so. I don't think he's much of a fan of... Oh, God, where'd they gone again? Dora's gone this time as well. They're headed that way. Are you coming, guys? I can't see you. Oh, they're so disobedient. They're naughty little boys, aren't they, and girl? So, quite. I don't know if you heard, but there's satellite images. They've spotted a mass grave in Mariupol. Is it Mariupol? Oh, Mary Pole. Yeah, a mass grave they've spotted, so that's not good news, is it? It's horrible. So yeah, it's all the end is nigh. I don't know why I'm laughing. Crikey. Call it a nervous laugh. Oh dear. It's all gone a bit pot. Gone to pot, isn't it? There you go. Up we go. There you go. It's a bit annoying when people think that we can change things in 1 second. Implementing things take time. It does. That's why you got to look forward. You know, you got to be proactive, haven't you? Oh, I can see Dora now. Is that Dora? Look, she looks smaller. No, that is Dora. I'm sure she looks smaller. You got a Wally with you? Oh, I can see a Wally. He's a coming. Come on, Wally. Got Sebastian next to me. He wants a treat. I can tell. Tell by the look. Oh, are you going that way, Idor? No wonder you're getting all ticks all over you. Oh, there's another one. Get that off him. I think you're going to have another bath, you guys are. Look at these ticks off. Just to get them off you. I don't really want them in the house. You out of breath now, Wally? Yeah, he's panting. You alright now, boy? Hmm? Turn that round. Alright, here you go. If we wait for nature to react, yeah, you were saying that in as you know, I did read the comments. You left a comment earlier about that, Jasper, didn't you? Because it's basically saying that nature seems to be sitting on their hands. I happen to agree. It's quite hard though. What do you do though? How do you do? Do you have a no-fly zone or something? It's the next step, but then you know how Russia's going to see it. Putin's going to use it as a red flag to a bull, innit? It's going to. Well, I think we're in World War III anyway at the moment, to be honest. The whole world's involved. One way or the other. They might not be necessarily the ones shooting, they're supplying the arms, aren't they? Well, I say the world. Some people are just talking, not actually supplying. We don't take any Russian gas anymore, but the new LNG terminals is ready in October. Then our gas reserves are quite... Yeah. When I was working down Connectum in the gasworks, this is several years ago, they were telling me they only actually have around 2 weeks of actual, it's like a buffer. And other reports I get is much longer than that. So I don't know who to believe really, but this was from Contactum, who are the company in who's doing the pumping. They're sending the gas over to Belgium. All guns blazing. Oh, you got to sign up. The house has taken too much time to pass the land lease renewal. Time's a wasting. Pass the land lease renewal. Hello, Paul. Murray, how you doing, buddy? It's taking too long, is it? Oh, crikey. I know when we bought our house here, this if that's what you're talking about. When you buy a house, if it's over in France, if it's over 1,700 square metres, the number might change by now, but when we bought ours at 1,700 square metres of land, it has to go to SAFA, which is like the agricultural people, and basically the offer that we put in goes on the desk there, and it gets offered to. Anyway, a farmer can buy it for the price that we're paying, or what we've offered for the house and land. But needless to say, most farmers say, well, we're not paying that much. Bugger that. And and it takes about 3 months it takes to get all signed off and done. That stage of it, before we can actually go ahead with the sale. Luckily, there was no chain or anything like that involved, and we were cash buyers because we sold our house. So, we sold our house in the UK and bought a wreck. Crikey, that was a wreck. With very little money left over after paying the mortgage and debts. Steady. That looks very light. Why is it so light? Look a bit washed out. Why do I look so washed out? Do I look washed out, or is it me? So I find the same law that allowed America to arm Britain before it became formally a war with... Oh, I understand now. Sorry, mate. I get you. I get that now. So my brain's working overtime with other stuff. I just saw Wally. Oh, he's there. That's all right. We'll go head back in a minute, boy. I don't know how long we're on for. Oh, about an hour. It's been an hour walk. It's quite nice, actually. Milford Haven LPG port near gas near me in West Wales has put on full import gas ships from a put on full import cattle gas ships from arriving anymore. Half of it was mothballed for a while. Oh, I see now. Crikey. I'll tell you what, in Wales, what I was finding pretty cool. I can't remember what it's called now, but there's an electricity generator that runs off the, I think it's a dammed lake. And how it works is that during the night time, it uses the electricity at low rate to pump water to the top of the reservoir, and they use it as a way to feed the generators at peak times to get power into the national grid when everyone comes in from work, I suppose, and sticks the kettle on. Has a shower. Stuff like that. To be honest, I bet everyone's working from home now anyway, aren't they? God, I saw the news though. Apparently, the sale of makeup has gone down because everyone's working at home, and less people are bothering to sort themselves out. I don't think they're buying trousers either because people seem for their neck up, often the chest up, don't they? Oh dear. Where did I see that? Oh, LNG. Oh, sorry, LNG. Okay. That makes more sense. We need Russians turning mutiny and firing rockets on each other, says Jasper. I hate to say it, but that's quite a dreamy thought considering I don't have a lot. It's quite sad, really, because I've actually got some Russian friends. They don't live here anymore. Yeah, but we are in kind of contact. They didn't go back to Russia. They actually moved to Germany, and it does. It shouldn't do, obviously, but it does make you wonder. It makes you feel a little bit negative towards Russians as a whole. You have to question yourself. But it's not, is it? Of course it isn't. It's Vladimir Putin and his lot, and also those who support him have been brainwashed and thinking it's a great idea. Nazism and all that. Get rid of the Nazis. What Nazis? It makes me just sad, but also makes me chuckle when they interview people early in the war. It says Nazis. What, can you see any Nazis? She goes, I can't see no Nazis. You know, and it thinks it's just totally unnecessary. Oh my God, there's a car. There's a car in the house over there. The house over there, that little I think that is a Susol, that one is. That little house there. That's there's a car in the driveway. And the shutters are open. Well, the people who used to live there, they died. One went into a home, and then the family looks after it now. They just use it as a holiday home. And the thing about it in France is, it's not really worth for some of these people who, if there's so many people in the family, you can't disinherit your children. So you split too many people. You have like 10 people that you got to try and get permission from to sell it, and then the little bit of money they get each ends up being too small to bother about, and the costs and the fees and the taxes they make them. Is it worth it? So they're just properties like this just sit derelict. They're just people do nothing with them. You know, they don't even rent them out. So this one was rented out until the burglar got caught. Literally, my house is just over there. On the other side, that one. So that's all we've got on our little lane. We've got this house there, which lived in. That's Nicole. Nicole's house over there. Where is it? Yeah, over there. That's Nicole's. And it's just her and the daughter there sometimes. And then we've got this one, which is empty. And then we've got this one over here, which is usually empty. And they occasionally turn up to cut the grass. That's about it. And then we've got the ham and that, and there's I've got an English couple who live there, and we've got Violet, our friend Violet, she's lovely, but crikey, she's really gone down that rabbit hole. She seems to think Le Pen would be better than Macron. She thinks all what's going on in Ukraine is justified. What? And she's anti-vaxxer. It's like, if someone says yes, she'll say no. It's kind of that thing. She's argumentative for the sake of being argumentative. You know, she wants you to believe her. She shows you all this stuff. Obviously, she's got herself into some kind of tight, sort of like dark web circle somewhere. I don't know what they do at these places. I don't know why that's so like keeping looking washed out. Why is it looking washed out? It doesn't need a. Ah, that would help. Can you see that? If I do that, you can see that the haze goes a little bit. If I have like a little, we need a. When they're going to make like lens hoods for mobile phones, I need lens hood. I usually have a bit of tape on that. That's what I normally have. It bugs me. So I'm actually a photographer. I've got a degree in photography, and it's like when I see things like that, it really bugs me. Technically incorrect. Would it be justified to hold Putin's daughters as hostage? As hostage? I don't think it is justified, Jasper. Sanction them, yes. But hostage? We could do feed them for a slot and an iron door. Put them up Rapunzel's castle up the turret. We could do with them. I suppose you could use the oligarch ships as like floating prisons for oligarchs. Is it too much like luxury? They seem to be having fun, my dogs, today, because they're getting actually a longer walk than they normally do. They're sniffing at everything, they are. I had no idea that the peace through trade idea had gone that far, knowing Putin's clearly stated agenda. Yes, Paul. Well, that's kind of what we've always done, though, isn't it? Is try to aim for peace through trade. Peace through trade is peace through negotiation. The problem is, the person next door always wants the biggest car. And it's kind of like a self-perpetuating problem. Isn't it, Dora? What are you doing there, girl? Make me dizzy, though. You've had a good time, haven't you? Look at the little tail. Waggy, waggy, waggy. Yeah, I know. Yeah, okay. So we're heading back to the house. My house was just over there. Oh, Bez, he's had 3 poos. Either he's full of, or he's got a problem. I'll have a poke about his poo and see if there's anything in it. No, I'll do that another time. I don't think we'll see that, do you? We hardly ever see. Today, I think I've seen more people today, and that was one, than I ever see. And one car we saw. That was a treat. They very rarely see anything come down here other than tractors. Even then, there's hardly anything. And a cow was wandering down the road this morning. I should have videoed that, shouldn't I? Obviously got out. Jasper, Marcus was going to tell a rude rhyme. Okay. Should I do it? Oh, okay, well. Bill and Ben, the flower pot men, they went to bed together. Bill said to Ben, flop, blop, 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 blop. Ben replied, if you really loved me, you'd have swallowed that. Was that a bit wrong? Who remembers the flower pot men? Bill and Ben, the flower pot men. Bill and Ben, the flower pot men, they went to bed together. Bill said to Ben, blah, 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 blah. Ben replied, if you really loved me, you'd have swallowed that. I said that twice. Heard that. There you go, got a double whammy there, Jasper. Ooh, who? Ian Duncan Smith. Oh, God, better. Yeah, Ian Duncan Smith. Not even his real name, is it? What is it with these people? They change the name so they can be more British. We're not British enough. We need to be more British. What are you doing in my field? What are you doing in my field, you pesky cows, you? There's the bull. Oh dear. I was going to walk back up this way, and I decided it was a bad idea, because there's a bull in the field. And I don't really want to be confronted by that bull. I'm the only one who suspects that the Rwandan concentration camps opened by Priti Patel will be used to host dissidents such as us Remainers and not just refugees. Us dissidents, yes. Got cows everywhere. Sebastian, you're going too far. There's a car. Come on, guys, this way. There's a camper. Come on. Dora, Pandora, this way. Pandora, treat. Oh, God, it's better. On your up. Need to get the brakes done on ours. Yeah, well, oh, look at that. Plenty of dandelions. This is our view, this is. From our house. Who will check? Oh, anyway. More rhymes, please. Keep them coming. Oh, dear. Oh. Who will check to see? I'm not doing more than what I might annoy people, so I'll probably annoy people anyway. Who will check to see who is really entering those? Yeah, good point, actually. That's a very good point, RC. Chris Murphy replies saying, RC, it wouldn't actually surprise me with the Pritla and the Tories. No. Priti is a Hindu nationalist, so I wouldn't be surprised now there's a thing into it. Oh, is it Modi? Crikey, he's a sod and all, isn't he? He's another Putin, you know, sycophant, it seems. He's in Putin's pocket. Pandora, you don't want that bull coming after you. You coming, Dora, or are you going to sit in the field? Or stand in the field, sniff and sniff? Come on, girl. Oh, look, more cows. These are friendly cows. Well, these are limousines over there. Or those brown ones are Limousin cows, they are. I'm not sure what these ones are. Frisians or something silly. I don't know. They're cows. You come, Pandora. I hope you're not eating cow poo. Pandora! Come on. She's gross, she is. She will eat poo. And if when the cherries start, the wild cherries, they all end up on the roads, she's mad for them, she does. There's all like purple spots in her poo. And pips. You coming? Mind that why, or get a bit of a shock, you will. Huh? Come on. Little dandelion fluff on you. So, oh, I've got a blooming lawnmower problem. I've done some work on it. I've got a problem with the deck. It's quite a big machine, but it's not actually designed for this. It's a machine we used to have in the UK. We bought a Ferris, zero-turn Ferris thing. It's a proper industrial machine, but it's not for this job. And you probably see some of our trees now. Can you see the little bags on some of them out there? They're trees. They're some of the trees that we've been putting in, and there's another tree, the oak tree there that we've put in. And if you see it on the side, you probably can't see from here actually. See if I can find a better spot. We're putting about 100 trees so far, and I've got at least 100 that I've propagated from basically taking cuttings out of the woods and stuff, and also cuttings from the willows and way over 100. So and they'll be going in October time, so that'll be at least 100. So, at least 200 trees then, won't it? So, all the trees you can see from there, you can see the sticks sticking up, they're all trees. And then over there, you can't see them because of the brow of the hill. Bugger. Never mind. But anyway, there's about a good 100 trees that have gone in so far. Some of them are small, some are big. And we've been putting some close to the house, and also all the fruit trees. We put loads of fruit trees in. And that tree there, that's a lime, that one there. That's a bit, I know it's a bit isolated at the moment. There won't be. There'll be more. That tree there with a little tag on it. We put that in last week. I didn't realise how expensive they flipping are. Crikey. I've really misjudged that one. So, that's our farm cart. But what happens here is the water comes down, we're in a low spot here. So the water comes down the road here, and the water comes down the road here, goes down the ditch, it's supposed to go through this pipe, which is too small, comes out here, and out of a pipe there, to be collected by another pipe, there's a pipe there, and it goes over there to the shaman, it's my ruin, and then, but if that blocks, this actually fills up this road. If you see the camber on this road, it goes over the camber. There's a hell of a camber on that road. You can't really see it properly on there actually, but there's a hell of a camber. And it goes over the camber, then down my flipping driveway. And we just done the driveway, we did. And it's washed out all the stone from underneath. It carried all the granite and took it to literally up against the wall of the house. But that was complete in that wreck. You could not see. Well, the house itself was all overgrown. It was just absolutely overgrown. But you can see I've done one window at the front. I've got two more at the front to do. I've done ones on the side. I've done the ones at the back. And then we've got to do the roof at some point. That's a scary prospect. But yeah, I've got a lot to do. Too much to do for one person. Too much. I've got to do that roof next as well. So, sadly, I sound like a moaning. I'm really fortunate, to be living here. Now I sound like a moaning bugger. It's work. I'm too tired. There you go. In you go. Go on. Ah, good boys. Go. Oh, I've got to do his eyes. I've got the solar lights to do his eyes. I've got to do his eyes. Is that nuts or what? Everyone needs a letterbox like that, don't they? Hmm? What's that, Waddy? What's up, Dora? Are you expecting something? I think they are. Are you expecting us? Are you expecting something? Oh yeah. Ow! I'll keep my fingers, thank you. We've got to do tick inspections in a minute. Good boys and girls. So. Ooh, what's happened there? Oh, live chats. Oh, they're back again. Rwanda's famous for genocide. Yes. Oh, 1 million people died in that genocide you're talking about with the Houthis and that. Ukraine is taking their position. Oh, no, that's so sad. Chris, things are now happening. Boris will be gone soon. Yay! You watch. 2 weeks at most, maybe after the 5th of May. And the DUP in Northern Ireland, and they're going to get slaughtered in their assembly elections. Oh, I hope so, too. I really hope so. I'm hoping that people are wising up to the fact they were lied to. With everything. No, I didn't take the tarp off the garage, Jasper. The wind helped with that one. Yes. Can you remember the other week I said we're getting really high winds and what have you? And we had it all tied down and what have you, and it was trying to take off. And it ripped the cover, so it's now going to be a greenhouse. So we're going to move that and replace that wooden greenhouse with that frame. It's about 2 metres shorter though, it's only thing. It's as wide, but not as long. But it don't matter because we've got the other greenhouses. And that's the camper, I need to get that back on the road. We need to escape, we do. So yeah, it's crikey. Inflation as it is though, isn't it? Everything's going to become so expensive. Carol's like, oh, it'd be nice to go into the camper, she goes. And I think to myself, my God, fuel. Do you realise how much it's going to cost to get anywhere in that? It does about 30 to the gallon, and it isn't too bad for such a big thing. It's 7 metres long, and it's got a Donald Trump hairdo, look. So I think about painting it so it's blonde and kind of Trump-like. But then I'd have to give it like a fake orange tan. I don't really want to do that. That'd be awful, wouldn't it? No, I don't want to do that. And my studio is up in the window. It's a window to the right, top window to the right. How long it's going to stay as a studio, I don't know. I don't know if it's working out too well. I might go back into the office. It's just that space is a thing, you see. Better move. What's going on here? Super chat keep disappearing. I'll respond to your comments. Oh, there we go. Hello, Brian McGuire. Hope you're well. Evening all from a spring evening out to it's been a lovely day today. Well, this morning was a bit grey. It's grey now, but it's actually quite good for a video. And I've set my camera up for the birds again, try and get some more clips. I managed to get quite a good photograph of the hoopoe attacking the little bird box, trying to get the little birdies, little bastard. I thought it was being sweet until I realised what it's doing. Someone said earlier they went to a bet, went to do a bet with Boris, going and bets had mysteriously stopped. Really? Oh, I wonder why that is. I don't know if there's just was just there or just him. But do you think because the odds are too strong now, so they decided that no, we're not doing that now. You know, against Boris, you know, or for him to leave. Yeah, it's a lovely place. We're quite fortunate living here. We are. Let's turn this camera around anyway. We'll sit down here with my doggies. Oh, and that's quite good near the gate. When we first moved here, that was the only place was there where we could get any kind of phone connection. That Wally, what are you doing? Wally, you're not capable. Oh, dear me. It's like a porno, isn't it? Huh? What's up, Wally? Nasty ticks on you now. I can't see him on here. The door's got a thing about a bum, just there. Oh, is it too much of tongue in that? What's her face? Tongue. What, Wally? You're too distracting. I want to talk to these lovely people. And you start. Oh, another tick. Oh, for God's sake. He's like a tick magnet, this one. Or is it just so that we can see them? Check myself when I get back. Well, I'm back, but I'm not in front of you guys. Any more? Any more ticks on you? Oh, on there. Oh, bear cat. Oh, God, he's run off. I just saw another one. Hang on. You're bringing ticks to my house. So that's what happens when we go through all the woods. He's a lovely boy, aren't you? Can't. Oh, I'll put the flea comb for him and just make sure there ain't no ticks crawling in their fur. Yeah, thank you, Wally. What you been licking? He's a lovely boy, isn't he? He's a lovely boy. Thank you. Are you ready for your tea now? Do you mind? Oh no, there's somebody walking past. So the dogs will get mad. Hey. Fend him off, get him, Ronnie. Get him, Dora. Come on, Dora. Dora! Oh dear. That was quite a big dog though. The thing is, when they get there, they end up just going all that bit of soppy and they sort of play. Pandora can get a bit snappy though. Because they're boys, you see. How dare you? You're trying to chat my boys up. I don't know if it's a girl or what it is, that dog, but it lives in just up the road there, the Pomeranian. A lovely couple. Good people, lovely people. God knows what they think of our dogs. The thing is, our dogs are useless. They're absolutely useless. They make a lot of noise, but they wouldn't do anything. They just lick you to death. If any of them come in the door, they're not going to attack them. In the door, the gate. No one will get attacked. They just get. What play? Brian. That's what dogs. Yeah. They like to lick human faces and the alphas in their packs. And bums. They like to lick bums, then lick your face. Is that what you're trying to say? Maybe that's what you should say, because that's exactly what happens. Get them off my chickens, says Tommy Green. Oh, Tommy. Any bears in the area? Oh, bears, sorry. Yes, there is. There's, the Shas do hunt them, though. Yeah, The French farmers and that, they get together with their big orange high vis on and guns and stuff. Yeah, and dogs, lots of dogs. I mean, lots of dogs. So at least they're not on horses like a toff, I suppose. What generally happens is that they have a big old day of it. So whatever they kill, that'll be cooked up that day, and they'll have a big party. You know, to celebrate their hunt. At least they're eating it, I suppose. It's not going to waste. Still don't like it though. I'd rather they didn't. I can't go anymore. Insane. Can't go what? Can't go. Says Duke. Alright, get up. There you go, lad. Marcus, that's why dogs. Oh, I've done that really. It's a sign left over from their puppy phase. Ah. I can't go anymore. It's insane. Why can't you go anymore, Duke? Yeah, yeah, there is limes. There's limes here, so we have to watch that. So if me and Carol ever go, we have to check each other over. It's any excuse. Yeah, we check each other. A friend of ours actually, she got Lyme's disease, and she got a tick on her nether regions. She got on her fanny. She got a tick on her fanny. And got limes via the fanny. She did. And little Hazel, she's ever so lovely as well. Anyway, she got really, really ill. Now, generally, if you do get, if it's a little tick, the likelihood is it hasn't been on anything before. But if it's a bigger tick, as in not the body, the fat body once they filled up with blood, but the head and the legs and what have you. If it's a bit physically bigger tick, the likelihood is it's more than one, had more than one feed, and then you're more likely to pick something up of maybe a deer or whatever. So with Lyme's, which is, it can be obviously very dangerous. And if you are at risk, that you must take antibiotics now, but you straight away to try and combat it. Now, if you do get bit, if there is sign of Lyme's, what happens if it goes bigger than where the bite is? You get like radial rings around the bite. And if it gets bigger than like a 50p piece, £2 coin or whatever you call it, that sort of size, well then the radial, like radial rings from the point of if it gets bigger than that, get down to the hospital, and get some medication, or get to your doctor to get some medication treatment, and have a blood test, see if you've got Lyme's, because the likelihood is you have. Lots of people had it and been absolutely fine. Yeah, I've been bitten by I've had tick bites and stuff, but nothing. No, we quite often got leftover antibiotics in the house, so we kind of take them. If we have got any threat, we'll take. If we're worried at all, we'll take one. Take whatever's left in the course. But got a super chat. Didn't see that. Oh, blimey. Whatever says Tory party is a tick. True story. Yes, a tick in the wrong box. That's what it is. Oh, Brian, cheers, buddy. For a dog meal, yeah, maybe a beer and wine. Oh, cheers. What do you doggies like to eat? What would you like? I'll tell you what they do. They have a lot of sausage. Well, they already have a lot of sausages. We get them knacky sausages. They have a lot of knacky sausages. Those little lamb broiler type sausages. They seem to like them. They're cheaper than dog treats. It's stupid. But also, at least they are real. And what would you like? Would you like me to go to the butcher's and get you something, Wally? Pandora needs a fat-free meal, I think. It's like a little blob. And then they've got Sebastian. Sebastian can eat pretty much. He likes to eat anything, but we have to watch him because he gets a iffy tummy. I'm very conscious of these ticks now. Talking about ticks on the fanny. Oh, thanks, Brian. We'll do that. Careful has Careful has grass-fed steak on promo here in Antwerp. Oh no, they did not here. I didn't see it. I went to no. Actually, we ain't got a local Carrefour anymore because the one in Rochechouart that closed. It's now something else. And in a new in the Marché, and we've got Aldi in Rochechouart. So I suppose Carrefour can compete. You will need €100 for a small bottle of cooking oil soon. Sunflower or other. You're right. You're probably right there, man. Garden better. I know I've done it a few times regarding the sunflower oil, but it's kind of like a symbol, isn't it? It's a symbol of the problem and other things that's going to get hit. Sebastian, come here, boy. Come here, boy. I can see more ticks on him. Oh my God, and Bennett, they're all over him. Let's get him. That's a goner. They got no one there. Don't like them. That's a goner. Another one there. Oh my God, there's 4 of them on them. You are a tick magnet, bear. That was a bigger one, that was. Ooh. I'll turn the camera and show you. He's sort of semi-crushed. And there's one there, look, on the side. Oh, come here, Sebastian, come on. Don't worry. Get that one as well. Hey, I don't want you on me because you've got ticks on you. And that one there. I don't want to latch on you, boy. Oh, wait, there's another one. Dead. I don't like killing things, but as far as ticks are concerned, they can die. But they can. Any more on you, boy? We're outside. Molly, don't lick my face, you. Let me jump. No, I think he's okay now. I'm sure there'll be some more. Because they crawl up through the fur, you see, and expose themselves like little buggers that they are. See, oh, there's one on Wally. Crikey, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to put you in the bath. Sorry about that. And a bit of a tick patrol there. A Boris patrol. Turn around. Sorry about that. I do apologise. Pandor's still waiting at the gate. Oh, mate, skin crawlers, little things do. It's because you don't know what they can cause. He needs a good comb. Yeah, that's what we're going to do, and they'll fall out. I've got some fine, like almost like a flea type comb for him. That'll get him. I have a tick key for my hikes. I do, Charlotte. Hello, Charlotte. Yeah, because I imagine when you do like free art. Oh, what do you call it? What's it called? When you're shooting in the wild. Well, your archery. Because obviously in the woods, that's where the guys have just been. They've just been in the woods, so they're kind of prone to pick them up. Ah, yes, got you. A thimble and some petrol, that does. And also anything like that, alcohol. Well, we have a tick torture chamber, which is like a little Tupperware pot and the tick tool, and we pop them into there. Oh, my battery's going to run out in a minute, so I might have to call that in a minute. We've been streaming for about an hour. Oh, hang on, I brought a pack. Let me just plug that in. Hopefully it doesn't affect the audio. Got to hold that as well now. So, get that over there. Oh dear. Oh, did that go in? Is it in there? There you go. I think it's in. Yes. It is in. Oh, I think it's hard to tell. Yeah, it's in. There you go. I'll tell you what I was going to do is, at some point, in one of the live streams, I got my grandfather's little diary that he had. It hasn't got much in it, but some of it's really quite interesting when he was in the war. It's so tiny, so it's been written really, really small. Is that dog coming back? I think it is. Oh, they bark. I don't know what they're barking at. I just want that dog to come back. I thought they'd go around the block. Cross hands even. Okay. Supermarkets calls for me. Sorry about that. Sorry. I don't know what it tried to connect to the house internet, but the house internet is too far away. So I've turned that off. I think I have anyway. Yes. So yeah, I'm on the Wi-Fi. Not on the Wi-Fi. I'm on the 4G at the moment. Oh, got some signature. Oh my God, this is crazy. Where are we? Who was that? Oh my God. How dare... Tick torture chamber, that's right, that's what we had. Oh, cheers, Paul. Not casting aspersions on your chat, but your dogs are the stars of the show. Yeah. They are a bit, aren't they? Look at them. They are funny. Oh, they're quite mithering, though, because I'm trying to get on, because I'm on my own, you see, at the moment, because Caroline's in England. And they do mither me all the time. Well, either while he comes in wants to play with his Ted, or they want a treat, or they want big knowledge, do you know what I mean? We're over here. Oh, we are special, you know. Don't forget about us. Thanks for that, oh, that's kind. Oh, Verticu messed with the equilibrium, if Boris is there. Uh-huh, yes. Right. I want to report who's dropping the temperature. Marcus is frozen. Yeah, it's connected to my house internet briefly, and because it's got to get through that 2-foot thick wall, and to me it doesn't work very well. So yeah. The dog walk video, very therapeutic and calming. I think Bojo's behind the corner. He's behind the corner. I tell you what I have been doing. Oh crikey! Because I've been trying to revive. I say revive. I started a channel, but similar sort of time I started this one called Earth Trifle, and it's going to be all eco stuff. And I started, and this channel sort of took over. And I started to try and put things back on there again, just for a bit of fun and what have you, and just something to do. And so I'm wobbling about. I uploaded a 12-hour recording of birdsong. I literally had my good recorder, and I hung it in a tree with its sound muffs on, with like a fluffy thing like this on the microphone of the sound recorder, and hung it in a tree and left it there all day. Anyway, I got I got about 14 hours of recording. I chopped out some strange windy bits and stuff. Apart from that, it's continuous recording of birdsong in my garden. So there's literally birdsong in the French garden for 12 hours. It's only audio and with a flashcard on it. That's all it is. And I was about to upload it, and the size of the file, I thought, God, that's going to eat my internet, because we're restricted, you see, 150 gigabytes a month. We've got 2 of them, so it's got 300 gigabytes a month. But it's crikey, I need to get this a bit smaller. It's going to take all day and night. I'll take all day to. No, it'll take all day. Probably take about over an hour and a half to upload it. So I want to shrink it down. Well, none of the software that I've got, such as one called Handbrake that compresses video, and also via the software editor that I use, couldn't actually crush it down small enough. There's no video, it's just a flash card with the audio, because you can't just upload audio, it has to be uploaded as a video on YouTube, which seems a bit silly. So I spoke about podcasts and stuff. So anyway, I uploaded this thing. No one's probably going to listen to it, but it's quite therapeutic that if you just if you're in a city house or in an apartment or something, you just want to feel like you're not in an apartment. It might be quite a nice thing to be playing in the background for 12 hours. Well, I'm going to do a few of them. I'm going to do a whole series of them, I think. The first one did 30 minutes, and that was then around Brighton, Forêt de Bourbon, where we quite often walk the dogs. I went into the woods before we started the walk. I hung this recorder, and then after the walk we collected it and I chopped it down to about 30 minutes. So I just thought it was a bit of a mad idea. At first I thought, oh, that'd be new. And other people have already done it. So there's already loads on there. Who's Zebediah Thomas says, I usually use about 70 gigs a month, mobile 4G. Yeah, my phone, I don't often go above 15 to 20 on the phone, because we don't really go anywhere. And but on the house, what we do is the one that's in my phone, I'll swap it over in the router, so we can have it up to 150 that way. Oh, did you, Gingers? Ah, you start listening to the birdsong one. It's a bit random, but I suppose it's relevant for the channel, because it's an earthy kind of channel. So I don't know what direction it's going to take yet. But I miss the sound of waves. See, I could do that. Why not? Sound waves, yeah. I don't know about you, Brian, but we're landlocked here. Um, apart from the coast, which is like 3 hours. Well, no, not 3 hours away. I'm talking about 4 or 5 hours away if I was to get to the coast here from here. So it's not exactly a short trip. Yeah, I used to. Brian, am I got it right? Aren't you a boating man? Because I used to be a boating man. Brought up around boats. Sharks says I have to play that for my cats. That drive me insane. It starts off with a bit of water at the beginning as well, because it's right near our water source, and then that slows down, so that you can't hear that so much. But the recorder's really sensitive, so you hear all the little little birdie sounds. And considering whether I was quite surprised, I could even hear when I went into the driveway on this gravel driveway. I could just about hear me walking over to the bread oven across the driveway, and not be funny, but the recorder was about 100, around 80, 90 metres away from there, and it still picked it up. I mean, just slightly in the background, but it was there. Obviously, I didn't listen to the whole thing for all 12 hours to edit it. No, what I did is I get the waveform up, so you see all the waveform, and if there's like big peaks in the waveform, there's something happened there. So I just reviewed that part, see, because not usually be wind, really bad wind or something like that, or it's been knocked. So I just chopped them out if necessary. And that was it. Apart from that, it's a continuous recording. I was wondering if I put some sort of strange noises and like, or something in reverse or something, you know. Some blueable message. Don't vote Brexit. Something like that, but backwards. Reverse it. Maybe. Might work. Silence! The dogs! They're quiet now, they're being all good now. Just sitting there. Oh, Sebastian. Over there. I don't know what you use for weed killer, but we're using a mixture at the moment. When we started using the vinegar. And what else was there? Vinegar, salt and stuff. I can't remember. A concoction. Don't kill the roots though. I don't worry about it. I'll worry about it with the runoff. Onto the other plants. If it rains. I miss West Cork. Great sailing. Ah, got you. Yeah, I used to go out Braden quite a bit. Braden water into Great Yarmouth onto the coast there. There's been times when been over to Holland and what have you as well, which is quite nice. A river sound, yeah, we could do that. The river, October would be quite good for that one. There's a nice place in Rochenschwar where there's a fast flowing river. It's right literally in the woods, and the river comes through woods. It is woods, yeah, through the woods. But the river, I call it a river. It's more of a fast flowing stream, like a rapids kind of thing. It would be pretty cool to put it there, as long as it isn't too noisy in the water, because it might you just want to have a pee all the while, wouldn't you? That'd be no good. Just a little bit. Be better positioning. I killed dandelions by boiling hot boiled water. Yeah, that'll work. Have you seen which land I got here? Land is cheap in France, believe you me. I paid up for the extra hectare of land. I paid under €1,000 for another hectare of land. They wouldn't let me have any more. I'm quite glad they didn't. Kibber! My dog's just got food. Ah, I'm gonna have to feed ours in a minute. They get fed twice a day. Our boys and girls do. Good evening, Permy bird. Spartafly. Hope you're well. Oh, have you heard, Spartafly? You're into your tech and stuff, aren't you? Just in your sciences and stuff. Huge. It's in Iceland. I think it's in Iceland. Iceland. They didn't anticipate the freezing weather in Iceland. The clue's in the name. A big plant for capturing carbon. It froze. A big project, and it froze. In Iceland. They didn't expect it to, but I don't know why they didn't expect it to freeze in Iceland. But yeah, so that's frozen. So I don't know if you heard about that. I thought it was quite interesting. Add a drop of sodium hydrochloride to the boiling water. And that will be more than just wilt. Will it kill the roots as well? Is that some sort of salt? So sodium hydrochloride. Where would I get that from? Why does my cat have a bottom stuff? Our cat is like that. Like, eat and eat and eat, and then I see it big like a sausage is sick. Disgusting. I don't know if we'll be having cats again. Dandelions are food for the bees. You're right, Permy Bird. I don't know if you can see over there. If I just show you, turn around. That field there, it becomes absolutely peppered in that. You probably see they've gone to seed now. It was completely yellow, and Sebastian would come in bright yellow. So he'd be running through the field, all these dandelions, and all the pollen would go on them, and they'd be completely, well, he'd just turn yellow, which is rather interesting, because he leaves it everywhere. What I mean, he rub against a wall, and it's all over the walls. He's got this yellow stain on the walls from the dandelions. Oh dear. But the bees absolutely love it. So the thing about anything to do with, obviously in the country and what have you, we need to think about providing food sources and sugars for the bees, not just in the spring and summer, but throughout the year. Obviously they're going into hibernation over the cold months, but when they start coming out and starts warming out, there's nothing for them. Now we often put water and like sugar water out for them and stuff, but this year I noticed, hang on, what would we be doing that for? Our willow trees, which they come into fly into catkins quite early in the year, there's the willow, and they were peppered, absolutely peppered in bees, which is pretty cool. Oh wait, what are you saying? What are you saying? Go get it! Go get it! Oh! Well, there's nothing there, is there? I bet there's nothing there. God, this Sebastian's bark is so sort of high pitched. Oh, Simon Says. Where are you going, Simon Says? Oh, take it easy, Simon Says. What do you say? What do you say, Simon Says? Eden, Alice. Gotta go. Good evening. Oh, you take care, Simon Says. I noticed a video about. Oh, I see. Check Adam something, and his latest. Adam. Oh, yeah, I've watched it before. He's really good, isn't he? Oh, I think it's you, Vert. He actually told me about him before. His latest video about Ukraine, hilarious. The guy has good points of the war in Ukraine. Yeah, he's quite analytical as well with it as well. It's the same kind of thing about it. You don't see him, do you? It's just literally he's got his screen up and. But he's really good. Is that one? But the column or something, fifth column or whatever it's called. He's pretty good as well, American guy. Oh, there we killed. And that's what sea going. The from of a man and. Man B&W or souls. Oh, talk about the engine. Crikey, I'm thinking more of a Perkins, 4108s and stuff like that. That's what I'm thinking about. Or the Mercruise if you want petrol without leg. Got 5 litre. I had a boat with it. I bought this boat. It wasn't that expensive. That was quite cheap. But it had this Mercruiser engine, and oh my god, did I regret it? It was petrol. But Dad said, don't buy that. And I did. I should listen to him. And I bought this thing. I didn't have it very long. It was the fuel. Oh my god. It was horrendous. It was a 5 litre Mercruiser inboard engine, but with an outleg. So the engine's inside the boat, but you got this bit that's like, I think the gearbox poking outside out the end of the transom of the boat, and it's got the propeller that goes down into like an outboard sort of thing. But that's horrendous. Oh, the bow of the fifth column. Yeah, he's really good. Something about that guy. He's just literally standing there in his shed, isn't he? But he really is. Yeah, I think he's worked off his teleprompter. But he must put a lot of work into his script because they're well thought out. Some people just got it, and they, unlike me, they can just really spiel it out. Bark like the moon, farmyards away, yes. Wow. The Dordogne River looks nice. Do you know the Dordogne River? The Dordogne River is fantastic. Now, I told you a story about the Dordogne River some while back. Me and my son, we did a bike ride Darren did it from the Hook of Holland down to right into Spain, near Murcia. Well, I joined him in Limoges. I got the plane from the UK to Limoges, go down and got that far by then. And I met up with Darren at Bellac with my push bike. Anyway, we were in the process of buying a piece of land to build a house on, which fell through. But needless to say, it was on the side of the Dordogne River. So we ended up going down. I wanted to show him, you see, and we were going to keep on the land and put a tent up. And I thought it was a good idea because we went down the wrong road. And it was a steep hill, and we didn't want to bike back up again. So I said, "Damn, why don't we just go down the river, float down the river?" Because there was some very convenient, like big old tractor inner tubes, and then we had 2 of these tractor inner tubes each. I strapped them together with these straps and tape and stuff, with our bikes and gear all strapped to the top, with all the gear on board, everything on this flippin'. And we thought we were just going to float down the river. I've got some pictures somewhere. I'll have to put it on the post. Float down this flicking river, and I think it was going to be really quick, but it wasn't. As soon as you got out of the fast water and you end up just over the weir into the mill pond of each part of the river, it was dead still and deep. So you couldn't touch the bottom or anything like that. It was just treading water with all your gear. Oh my Gideon, it was so slow. This was in September as well. It was freezing. And every time we come up against another weir, oh my God, it's just shivering. Literally, it got the evening at that point. It's quite bizarre because we got out anyway. We found a bit of land. I showed Dan a bit of land, and this guy turns up with a Renault Mark IV. Yeah, Renault 4, Cat 4, Renault Catrol, and he says, "What are you doing here?" So we're buying this piece of land to build a house on, and we thought we might kip on it, all in French. Yeah, it was a struggle. He says, "You don't want to? Don't come over here, and you can come. You can keep up. You can pitch your tent in my garden." It was more than a garden. It was more, it's quite a big place he had there, and he was quite sort of very natural sort of guy. He wasn't like overly well kept or anything like that. But lovely, Michel. His name. I need to see him. I hope he's still about. Michel. That's it. Anyway, he'd We kept there the night, and it was freezing. The weather just turned. From that night on, every night for 17 days cycling, it was freezing every night. It's awful. There was literally icicles clinging to the inside of forming on the inside of the tent. And I was shaking the tent out in the morning of icicles. It was so cold. Anyway, we had breakfast with him, what have you, and you don't want to do this. You don't want to do this. It's going to be freezing. You can't do it. And he shows the weather. He's in his newspaper. Not a lot. You have no in there or anything. And then, anyway, he showed us around his house and what have you, in his garage. And he had a Triumph Stag in his garage. All covered up, all tilted up, what have you, with soft tilts. Absolutely spotless this Triumph Stag was. It was gorgeous. It was Stag, yeah. Absolutely gorgeous it was. And with the wooden steering wheel and all that. And it's just like it's just nothing else. He cared about anything else apart from this car was absolutely pristine. Anyway, he gave us a carrier bag full. Remember on the bike, all literally loaded up already. A carrier bag full of walnuts. God, I bet we had stomach cramps, I'll tell you. So there we are, eating these walnuts as we biking down to Barcelona. And it was literally, oh my God, it was that's a lot of walnuts. It's a carrier bag of walnuts is a lot of walnuts. Anyway, we ought to really meet up and see if he's still about, because I know where he lives. So it was a bit nutty anyway. An idea of this fat bugger biking all that way to Barcelona. All right, Vertigo, you take care, buddy. Casper, hello, Casper. Hope you're well. Hope Hope there are many mushrooms in the woods. I hope. Well, how about look at the pigs. I have to get the pigs out there. Any banjo players? I don't play banjo. I used to play ukulele, guitar, what have you, but I can't anymore. I can't literally fret anymore because my hands are buggered. It's what happens. Physical work all your life, you bug yourself up. Oh my God, bear! That went right through me. That did, bear. How did you know? That I just lit a cigarette. What? Smoke! Smoke on the water. Oh, crikey. I got that album. Perkins, oh my God. Here we go. But then again, I sailed as a third engineer with Ruston VB auxiliary engines for the alternators. The same type as the ones on HMS Belfast. Did you get your diesel stolen by any chance? Did you watch that video? Oh, that's good. Anyway, I'm going to take these dogs in and give them some food. And it's a squirrel. There is squirrels here. There's quite a few squirrels here. And rabbits. Squirrels, rabbits, pine martens that like eating chickens, obviously foxes, deer, various other wildlife, I imagine. Oh, and what about pigs? Prickly pigs. Ginger giraffe says there's lots of dandelions around me, and they just started to bloom yellow. Oh, they just started blooming. Wow, that's later than us. Used in bleach. Farmer's stool. Oh, I see. Used to clean milk and pie. Oh, she'd better get that from the farm stalls place. There's one that's just up the road here in St Lawrence School. Smoke on the water. Oh. See, I'll check that out, very cool. Adding something. I've only watched I've watched 3 or 4 of his videos. He don't put that many out, does he? But that was you. Actually, no, for 3 or 4. Was it? Or am I thinking of the other one? Because I think that was you, very cool. He put me onto him. I have to admit, that was a really good understanding. It really helped me to understand what's going on. Puppy face, manipulate. Hello, Jennifer. Manipulation station. What? Pine martens, yeah. Yes, they do. Just me in videos. Pine martens, they love electrical wiring. Yeah, I've seen it before. Not here, thank God. One of our friends in Fresnel, they in their attic, they had, if you see on top of my house there, got that little windowy thing on top. That's actually a vent. That's what it would have been originally. Anyway, theirs was open, and the pine martens were getting through there via a tree that was just was touching the house. And they attacked all their cables and everything else. They also had an owl in there as well, and those owl pellet things are horrible. They sort of regurgitate stuff and spit them out. These pellet things. Yeah, horrible things. Hello, Wally. Come say hello again. He's my buddy. He's a lovely boy, isn't he? Yes, you are. He's getting grey. He's getting grey like me. You want to go in, do you? Let me put the fire on. I have to put the fire on for my dogs. While you go into his basket and you look absolutely freezing, you'll be like, oh, it's too cold in here. So I put the fire on for him. I feel it's not that cold. What are you on about, Wally? But he is literally he's a pyromaniac, he is. He sits there in front of the fire. It's so good. It can't be bad. And then he'll run off and then find a cold floor to lay on. So it's like hot, cold. It's like going from the sauna to the ice room. I used to do that. When I was in England, I used to go to a gym when I wasn't so fat. And I used to do the sauna after the workout. I'd do the sauna and the ice room and cold shower. And you used to do this sort of intermediate, go from one to the other. And the shock, crikey, you feel so alive afterwards. Yeah. Yes, Wally. Okay, buddy. All right. Well, thank you. Oh, don't you love it? Oh, yeah. You kiss better than your mum. You got better breath, I must say. Yeah, you lovely. Look at this little fella. He's been with us, hasn't you? Since you were 18 years old. 18 months old, sorry. 18 years. Wow. You're 12 now, aren't you? You keep getting moles. Should I get my pyrography on and quarter-sided moles? Don't like the moles. I want them to be perfect. No. No, I wouldn't do it to you, would I? What? Okay. I've got a splashing down there, look. What is it? What is it? Oh. I don't think you hear it in the distance. And I stopped. It's either hooper or it's a woodpecker. Good. I blame the government too. No food, no interest. Oh, that's probably what it is actually, Brian. Yeah, they've cleaned me out of treats. I'll have to fill my pockets up again. The days are warming up though, and the nights are just cold. Yeah, that's what it's like here at the minute. But you get really cold, don't you? You are. Crikey, you've had quite a cold winter. If you were on the continent, I could bring you some of me pellets. Oh, Ginger Giraffe. No, she's kind of, yeah, Ginger's just quite a way away. So he's a great guard dog, a fire guard, yeah. I don't. They're always they're always under your feet. Now Sebastian's got we've got a step in the kitchen that comes from, because we're on a hill, as you can probably tell. Between the two halves of the house, there's a drop and there's a step, and he always seems to want to lay right along the step. So you've got to be really aware of it, otherwise you just go ask over tip. A van wielding vid next. Oh, a van welling, a von welling. What is von welling? I need to check it out, don't I? I need to research it. Yeah, he might be getting. He has. Wally's a bug with his food. We give him his food, but half the time he doesn't eat it. And then he gets so hungry, then he eats it. Dandelion and burdock, yum yum. I hope you're getting warmer, Gingers, since you ran out of pellets for your stove. Yeah, we talked about the pellet stove before because we want to install one here. So at the moment, excuse me, we have a wood burner in the lounge at the moment. Also, we've got, you can see on the roof, there's chimney there. But also, we've got another chimney at the back. Can you see it at the back? Oh, can you see it? No, you can't see it. That's for a boiler. So we've got a wood-fired boiler, which runs all the. I put it all in when we first moved here. That runs all the radiators in the house. And the last 2 years, we haven't even put it on. It's only me and Caroline here. It seems crazy wasting all that energy to heat the whole house. As long as we can keep it ticking over, and we manage with wood burner most of the time, and maybe when the heat is in the kitchen. But the problem with it is there's no heat in the mornings. So unless you can keep your fire in all night, which you don't really want to do, you got nothing in the morning. So you're freezing flipping cold in the mornings. So we think we're getting one of them. I think we are. We're going to do it now. We decided we're going to get one. And there's a pellet burner. We just got to watch where you get the pellets from. That's the only thing. But the other thing is we want to get a pellet mill. Now we would only need a relatively small one. There's still about 700 euros from China. Obviously it'd be a cheap one. Basically, I produce sawdust. So I produce clean sawdust that I could put through the pellet mill, and with the lignum in the timber, they sort of stick themselves together. So I could actually produce my own pellets. So that would make a lot of sense with all the wood chip that I create. So better than going to waste. At the moment we're just composting it, which is okay. Obviously it's better than nothing. But I've got a splinter. Damn it. From the workshop. Damn it, got a splinter. That's what I said. Anyway, I was going to go in, wasn't I? Because I need to feed these dogs. Pellets and solar. Well, we've got solar hot. I could probably show you. It might be just as well. If anyone's contemplating getting solar hot water Don't just contemplate it, do it. If you can afford to get it done, that is. Or you can do it yourself. I did my own. Now, on our roof, here, you see those two panels? That's for our hot water. And basically, it's a very, very, very simple system. We've got a cylinder in the house, which it's a dual coil system. So we've got a coil in the cylinder, which is from that solar panel. If I get my finger right place there. There's two solar panels there. Actually, they're bigger than they look. And the other one goes to the boiler. And what happens is the fluid that runs around these solar panels, literally goes through the cylinder. So heat up in the panel, then go through the cylinder and heat the panel up. The fluid goes through around the panels and heats the fluid up, like a heat exchanger, and then it goes into the tank, the cylinder, and then heats the water up in the cylinder. That's what I got in the end. And God, it works so well. I think they're verbatim panels or something. They're quite expensive. Verbatim. I say they're expensive. They weren't for me. I bought them off eBay, an auction off eBay. I paid about €250 for them, for both panels. And at the time, they're about £3,000 each. So it was, yeah. So they're not the evacuation tube type, which I'm quite glad, because there's no seals to go or anything nasty like that. They're quite simple how they work, but they're really good quality panels. And during the summer, we get too much hot water, and sometimes we've got to run the hot water off to get the temperature down in the tank in August. Don't happen often, maybe once, maybe twice. But even now, sort of, even through the winter months, it raises the temperature of the water. Even though, so basically the boiler's got to do less work. And if we have got to put the immersion on, if we do, that has a lot less to do. So even in the winter, they push the temperature up to around 40 to 45 degrees, even in the winter months, which was surprising to me. I didn't think it'd be that great. But in the summer, well, then it's just nuts. We have more hot water than we even know what to do with. So if you're thinking about doing it, do it. If you can afford to do it, get someone in to do it, or if you can do it yourself. The system I've got is so simple. Originally, I had a switching system between the two, but it failed, and I ended up just putting the pump on a timer. And it's been on there for the last about 5 years on the timer. So it's just a plug-in timer and connect the pump directly to it. It works. it just works. It works. You just got to remember to reset the time if a power cut like we did the other day, and I forgot. Got red robins, Rubina. Oh, that's pear, apple. That's 2 apple trees there. That's a pear tree. There's a cherry tree over there. Another cherry. That's another apple tree over there. Oh, so much to do. Yeah, got a lot to do before Caroline comes home. Especially cut the grass with a fixing machine, that is. I would be an icicle without my electric blanket. Hey, Ginger said, we've got an electric blanket. I use it all the time. Not all the time. Obviously not in the summer. But we're still using it now. It's only the nights that are cold. I do like my electric blanket. I just got to remember not to wet myself. I see, the damn stove is too smart. I made a briquette press, but it took so much energy to actually, Jasper. I made one I've got a big vertical wood splitter. Electric one's about, what is it now, 4 horsepower. It's quite a powerful thing. I think it's about 8 or 12 ton press. It's quite a lot, anyway, whatever it is. And I made it a briquette unit that fitted onto the press. So it had this bit that goes over the top of the splitter. Wood and chip. Sorry about that. It connected to the house again, and there's a weak connection through the wall. So I don't know what I've done. I turned the internet off now. I turned off the Wi-Fi on the phone that I'm using. But for some reason it keeps coming back in again. I don't know why that is. I'll have to look at the settings. So I did say I was going to go and feed these dogs, didn't I? I suppose I ought to. 12 Talking about the cold made Marcus freeze again. All right, Brian. Oh dear. I was about to ask which state on Mr. Gingers put a blind on the pan. That's a really good idea. Who actually? I didn't think of that. What? That's a really good idea. I could do that. I could do that back at Electric as well. Even if it's on one of the panels would be enough. That's a really good idea. I feel stupid now not thinking of it. There we go, make briquette pass. Oh. One way to stay warm at night without heat is to build a tent over your bed. Use the sheets and string to suspend over your bed to size of a mattress. Like a bed with hangings. Oh my god. That sounds like fun. Saucy. So, special dispensation with Speaker allowing Boris to be called a liar today. Really? Oh, got to check that out. Cheers, Chris. So Boris was... say it again. So special dispensation with the Speaker allowing Boris to be called a liar. Wow. I need to look at that. So nitty-gritty that one. That's interesting. Well, he is. Wouldn't you be a liar saying that he's not a liar when he is a liar? Oh, Ginger was saying, I just wish the winter was to be over. I think we're getting close. Oh, Tommy Green Gun says they've got the same system. Ah, well done, buddy. It's definitely worth doing. Oh, Brian says what he needs an old... I had one. I wouldn't argue, it was a Rayburn we had. And I brought it from the UK. And moved. Anyway, so he says what he needs is an old Arga range, the ones that everybody stripped out of the old houses in the 70s and they pay a second mortgage for now. I know, they're about $6,000 on them old Argas are. At least. They're crazy money. You pay about 500 quid for a kettle. But yeah, but we did have one, but it wouldn't run our house. It just didn't have enough output. We've got a 40 kilowatt wood burner that runs our radiators here now. But you don't get that out of an Arga. And also, it's if you want your hot water, usually your hot water and all that sort of stuff as well. You've got on all the time. You're going to be cooking. Oh well, you'd be cooking anyway. But they just the other thing about me is when you're cooking, what we found is they're brilliant for the oven's great if you can learn how to control us. They're brilliant. But what we found, one of the pain in the ass thing of it was, is that in the summer, if you use them for cooking, it's staying hot for too long, and you're sweating like crazy, right? Because this flipping thing is retaining heat because it's all with cast iron. It's like a big lump of iron. But we had a Ray, but it wasn't an Arga, so it wasn't as big as the Arga. But God, that weighed a bomb. Flipping heavy. Just saying there. My aunt has an Arga. It uses way too much power and she turns it off in the summer. Yeah, you have to. It's just too hot. And they are juicy because you're heating a lot of mass. For controlling your Arga, ask your granny. She knew. Yeah, we did get baking and stuff like that. We got the damn hand of it, but it's you really got to be on it regarding the firebox and stuff like that as well. But a lot of people got oil fired ones now, haven't they? And maybe not now. Oil fired and gas and electric even. It seems like madness. But I'll tell you what a lot of people did around here who managed to pick up an Arga. Because I know one. I say a lot of people. I know one person who did, and it had a back boiler like ours did, but he wasn't using the back boiler, and it was all capped off. The boiler part was capped, so he had this. He did it. Didn't think it through. I could have told him it was a mistake. Anyway, when he started using it for the first time, it blew up because he had this sealed vessel, effectively like a think of like I don't know, a gas cylinder, effectively break gas cylinder, in the firebox. And what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to fill them with sand if you're going to keep the firebox in and keep them vented. Otherwise, they're going to blow up on you. Just under pressure because the heat can build up, isn't it? Where was that again? That was in there. So, talking about there and exploding things. There was an English lady who had a property. I can't remember her name now. She disappeared now. I say she disappeared. She's done the runner because she's evading taxes. She has a charity shop in Rochechouart, and money was going in her own pocket. Not all of it, but a lot of money was going in her own pocket. Anyway, long story short, she had a property. It was basically two properties together, and during the war, a bomb slipped between the two properties, and they've been covered up over the years. You know what I mean? And no one knew it was there. A German bomb or something, or it fell down between these two old farm buildings. Not farm buildings, it's cottages. Old cottages. Well, they found this. They did this renovation where they found this flipping bomb, and the whole town was evacuated. It's actually in the BBC news, I think. It's actually on their website. The whole town was. It's in Vayres, spelled Vayres, and it was evacuated. This bomb had to be removed or blew up the house up, wasn't it? But they didn't do that. They must have removed it. Done something with it anyway. Anyway, I'm going to go and feed these dogs because they keep looking at me and make me feel guilty. Oh, Blackfoot, what to say? What did he say, Tommy? What did you say, Tommy? Tommy, come down there. A 2-hour walk? No, it was about an hour. It was about an hour the walk was, Paul. I don't know if you looked early on in the video. You see we're in the woods and that. Control your ask your granny. 2-hour walk. I bet the dogs are exhausted. Well, they went. They walked for about an hour and a bit. I think. I've been yapping on the grass. You know me. I like to yap. Polish Tech Argos cost €600. Oh yeah, they make their own. They've got their own make, haven't they? But they're more tin plate than cast, if I remember rightly. Or for many of you, your great-grandmother. Oh! Some problems with the tubes in any boiler. Oh, same problems with tubes in any boiler. Oh, I see. Global stoves. That made me jump. It shouldn't do, should it, really? They're very barky tonight. Anthracite coal around here, plenty once upon a time. It used to go up through cast iron grates with my grandparents. Like no tomorrow. The hottest coal. Yeah, coal's not easy to get around here. Well, I don't think it is anyway. I don't think we have a coalman. We used to live in Fort St Andrew, but also in Sallows, actually. We used to have the coalman come. And his name was Coleman, which is rather apt. Don't tell me they have been, or Sebastian has anyways, been giving me the look. I want food! I've pooped out now. I've had about 3 or 4 poops, and now I want some food. At least a cup of tea. Check your own bottom for ticks after the dogs have been in the woods. Yeah, I know, they like all the hot, sweaty places. That they do. I'm going to have a shower anyway, that's what I'm going to do. That's the best way. Cool. What does Tommy Gunn say about Blackford? I like getting Blackford. I love it. Are you a liar, Prime Minister? Oh, dear. I've returned with tea, says Duke Vengeance. I'm now going to shut off in a second. Blackford started it, then all jumped on board. I'm going to have to watch this. Oh, bugger, I missed that. I was in the workshop. I'm dropping things now. What were these? Still have to lock the house. There's no one about, but you have to lock the house because the insurance will be void. Oh, I'll put it over here. It's in my secret space. Oh, where is it? Oh, okay. That wasn't very secret. At least the door will be locked. Oh dear, anyway, we're going to call that it. because I want to feed these dear little boys and girls. And I'll go like, let's step. I'll get on here. I don't like ticks. Cause you're a real tick magnet, you aren't you? Blimey, tick magnet. Well, I think we'll get the combs and do them, shall we? I think we should. Anyway, ta-ta. We're going to call that it for now. Don't think we're going live on Sunday. I might go live before then. And so Marcus retired to the YouTube to watch the British Parliament for the night. You're probably right, actually. It's exactly what I end up doing. Anyway, thanks a lot, everybody, and thanks for the super chats. I didn't realise I was going to get anything, to be honest. That'd be absolutely fantastic. That it is. Oh, Blackford say liar many times today. Definitely got to watch it now. Cheers for that. You take care, everybody, and have a wonderful evening. And don't get cold, gingers. Don't get cold. No. Hope you got your electric blanket on. Are you sure you want to stop? Don't actually want to stop streaming. But my arm's aching. My battery's getting low. And I need to feed the dogs. So, ta-ta.